Hi love bugs, it's Jen and welcome to today's video. So I'm going to show you 6 beauty hacks that have been game changing in my makeup routine over the years. I love sharing hacks like this because I think that we help each other with little tricks to, maybe speed the makeup process up, help us look a little bit younger, save money, blend things out a little bit. Whatever the reason, I love sharing little tidbits, little nuggets with you guys. If you have any beauty hacks, share them in the comments down below. I will link all the products down in the description box. And without further hesitation, let's get into it. One of my favorite things that I've been doing for years is to mix my favorite sunscreen with a very small dollop of foundation. So what I'm doing for this is the Ulta MD UV Sheer Broad Spectrum SPF 50+. This is oil free, but any sunscreen will work. And then the foundation I'm using is the Moonrise Creek. This is one I found off of Etsy and I did a full review of this. So type in Jennifer Joyce Beauty, Moonrise Creek, and you will see the review of this foundation. It's really, really good, but it's a little bit too dark. So that's the trick. When mixing a little bit of your sunscreen with a foundation, I find that a foundation that's about a shade darker than my target skin is really, really good because this dilutes it enough to kind of lighten it up. If I do a foundation that's the same shade as my skin, it ends up looking a little bit too pasty. So I like going, like the summer foundation that I can't use in the winter is perfect for this hack. So what I recommend, what I personally do is I use more sunscreen than foundation. So I will do a nice dollop of the sunscreen, and this is for a full face and neck. And then I will do almost like a half a pump of the foundation. So really very little, maybe almost like a 3-to-1 ratio, 3 parts sunscreen, 1 part foundation-ish. You could also do 50-50. And then I just slather this on from forehead all the way down to my chest, and it works beautifully. So I've taken care of sun protection and given a slight amount of coverage while using up a potential foundation that's too dark for me and would end up in the trash if I didn't have this little beauty hack. So this will save money in the long run and you get to use up something you have, but it's just a great quick way to get light coverage like a BB cream without spending the money on a BB cream. You already have these items, so go ahead and combine them. My next beauty hack is after the lids have been primed and I put like a little bit of eyeshadow on, I like to prep my lids with the Makeup by Mario. This is just really love. You can see I've used this a lot. So I do the concealer and then like the powder on it, and then I'll just do like a light eyeshadow. What I used today was from the Natasha Denona palette. This color right here, you can see I'm kind of obsessed with this. I've hit major pan. So anyway, I've just been doing that lightly on the lids, but the additional hack is I want to do like a preemptive strike of preventing my mascara from smudging throughout the day. Especially with very oily lids, I get oily throughout the day, but my lashes are pretty long, and so no matter what mascara I use, it smudges. So what I like to do, even though they have shadow on them and they've been primed and the whole bit, I will still go with this additional hack, which is taking just a little bit of like a translucent mattifying powder and lightly sprinkling it just right above the crease onto the eyebrow area, and that helps prevent smudging. Do I still get some smudging toward the end of the day? I do, but I will get an additional couple of hours without smudging by doing this little hack. So I'm using the Too Faced Peach Perfect. Any mattifying powder will work, and I just take my eyeshadow brush, nice fluffy brush, swirl it in some translucent powder, and I just do that little bit of additional mattifying step. It really makes a difference. My next hack is eyeliner placement. Okay, so as I get older, I really have been avoiding anything on the lower lash line, but I used to do liner, whether it's liquid or pencil. I'm gonna use a liquid today. And I would do the liner across the whole entire lid. But as I've gotten older and my eyes have naturally, you know, sagged, I'm noticing that that really closes my eye down. Also for me, I have close set eyes. So this works really good if you have saggy lids, close set eyes, or even normal set eyes. If you have kind of far apart eyes, you could do more of a cat eye, or you could bring it in a little bit closer depending on your eye placement. You know your own face better than anyone. But I love this hack because this really makes the eyes look more elongated and open than if I do the liner just totally across the lid. So what I'm talking about is just doing a little bit of liner on the outer third. So almost to like where my pupil is, so maybe a third to like the outer half, but I go thinner to thicker. So that when I open my eye up all the way, it now creates almost this elongated cat eye without doing a cat eye. I can't do a cat eye, my lids are too saggy. So you can see from one side to the other how that just gives such more a youthful look on my saggy lid. So just doing the liner on the outer portion, but going from thinner to thicker gives such a beautiful illusion to the eyes. My next hack is one that I keep going back to, and that is using a lash primer. Now my favorite is the one from Marc Jacobs, but I know this one's expensive, so I will link some drugstore options down below. L'Oreal makes a decent one. I think Maybelline makes a decent one. I'll link them down below, but I will also link this Marc Jacobs one because it is so good. And I use it with the Marc Jacobs mascara, but you don't have to. You can use this with like a cheap drugstore mascara and get just as good a result. This lengthens the lashes and makes them thicker. So using an eyelash primer for me is a must-have trick. And then after I apply the primer, I'll wait about 30 seconds. I don't wait too long because once this kind of dries down, it makes the mascara hard to put on. But if I put the mascara on too soon, then it kind of removes some of the primer with the mascara application, if that makes sense. So what I like to do is wait about 30 seconds, let it almost get like a little bit tacky, and then go in with 1 or 2 coats of mascara. I then just need 1 coat of mascara, but if you want to be like a va-va-voom, do 2 coats of mascara. And that's just 1 coat, and it almost is like false lashes. It's so incredible. I love it. My next hack is when using a lip liner to line the whole entire lip. A couple different reasons. Number one, for me, it makes my lipstick last so much longer. I drink a lot of coffee and water throughout the day, and so I don't want to keep applying my lipstick, especially at work, you know, I'm with clients and all that kind of stuff. And so using a liner, this one is from, this one might be KKW. Yeah, this is KKW. But if you don't like this brand, the Lip Cheat from Charlotte Tilbury is a really good one. I'll link them both down below. But I love doing the whole entire lip because it makes everything last longer. And when the lipstick wears off and I just do the liner on the outer edge, then it looks like that 90s, like where everyone lined their outer edge darker and then that pale lipstick. It ends up looking like that. So I don't want that. So I'll do the whole entire lip, and then I'll end up feathering it out with my fingers on the inner where the wet dry border is, and that makes a really nice blend too. Then I put my lipstick on, and this one is from e.l.f. This is the Seriously Satin. I love this color. It's almost like a peachy mauve. So pretty, really pretty over this liner. And I'm telling you, I do not have to apply my lipstick again. It's so great, and it even fades just really nice and even because it's like fully covered. Great hack. My next hack is to apply translucent powder after I use my bronzer and my blush. And the reason is I tend to be a little heavy-handed with bronzer and blush, first of all. But even if I'm not, there's still kind of like an edge or like a hard line. So taking a little bit of translucent powder after applying the bronzer and the blush just gives this really beautiful, smooth, almost airbrush look. So again, using the Peach Perfect, use any translucent mattifying powder you want. And then this is the Sonia G Soft Cheek Brush. This is one of my favorite brushes of all time that she's created, and I just love it. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this peach powder, and we're just gonna buff and blend the bronzer and blush. And you can see how that just totally buffed and blended everything out. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I really enjoyed making it for you. I hope you guys have the most beautiful and amazing day. Let me know down below what you think of these beauty hacks. And again, like I said in the beginning, give me your tips also down below because you help me just as much as I help you. Anyway, I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.